So this is part 4 of us breaking down a pitching motion, and in this step we're going to be talking about our plant.
Okay, so again, working from the ground up, what we want to see is about a 45-degree angle in your plant foot. We definitely want to make sure that your foot is on line because, right, the better we are on line, the straighter our pitch is going to go. So I usually look for like the ball of the foot to be on line here. We want the entire foot to be down. We want to make sure the big toe stays down. We want to make sure the heel stays down. So we have a really solid plant foot.
Not here.
Yeah. We also want to make sure that the knee stays behind the ankle. So it's a negative shin angle. This is going to give us our resistance. It's the same thing you want when you're hitting. So if this knee is too soft, right, you're going to lose that resistance. So we want to make sure, so you can have a knee bend, a slight knee bend, but that knee has to stay behind the ankle. We want quads and glutes engaged. We want to make sure the hips stay under you. We don't want to let the hips come out, okay? Because again, you're going to lose power. It's going to throw you off. It's going to affect your locations. We want to see the torso still vertical, right? This is a big one. Now we're setting ourselves up for release. So we want to make sure that we're as athletic and balanced as possible, giving ourselves as much room to come through our hip as possible. With our arm, so Nicole has a little bit more bend, right? So another style would be a little bit straighter. Either way, we want to think about that palm being up. We want to lead, we should be leading with the point of the elbow as you're coming down. And as you plant, so go back to where you were, as you plant, your arm, elbow to shoulder, should be about parallel to the ground. This is where we want to be. So if we're here when we land, it's a little bit late. You're not going to get the resistance you want. If it's a little bit too early, then you're going to start to bend over and you're going to have to manufacture a little bit extra room for your arm to come through at release, which we don't want. So yeah, the big ones are the foot angle, the shin angle, and palm up and arm about parallel to the ground.
This is also loose. Have we mentioned that at all?
Nope.
I don't think so. We're not like gripping it or forcing it here. This is, again, if you watch our last video, this is where your arm will naturally fall. We're not forcing it here or into this position.
We also want to make sure, right, so her back leg, she's in a static position, so she's not actively dragging right now, but her foot would be a little bit further back. She would be a little bit more spread out if she was actually pitching, right? But for balance and her just being able to hold that position for this whole time, we're going to be a little bit more narrow. But when you land, you're going to be really wide and then come to this position. Bye.